of May. So, mate, where's it? Where's this month going to? I know. Where's the year going to? It's going mad, isn't it? Faster and faster. I'm sure time somewhere along the line here speeds up. Anyway, very good evening to you. If you've never been on the show before, I'd just like to introduce myself. I am Phil Griggs, and tonight I'm joined by the fabulous Helen Grady. She's an absolutely wonderful, wonderful spiritual medium, and really enjoy sharing the show with her. And so tonight, guys, it's lovely to see you. It's a show here which involves mini readings. We also do a lot of chat about spirituality and the bit of the ether, the times we're in, and all this sort of business. We also invoke discussions. So if you've got anything to talk about, you want us to talk about with you, we're all for it. Fantastic idea, right? Yes, I think so too. Great. So, okay, let's get the show started, and then I'm going to get my good friend on. Get my very good friend on. So let's do a little bit of this first of all. Well, very good evening to you. Let's get on my very special guest, Helen Grady. And I'm sure this is going to be an absolutely fabulous show. With loads to talk about. And I think, oh, look at you lovely guys as well. Let's just do this very quickly first of all. Martin O'Neill says, hi, Helen. Jenny, yes? Oh, there you are. You're up there. Let's bring you down. I don't know why it's got dark like this. I can find out what's going on there. Put it over that side. There you go. It says, hi, Helen. Kaz Collins says, hope you're well. I am very well indeed. Emily says, hi from Helen. And Ashley Hardy says, hello. Hello, Ashley. Lovely to see you. Carol Matthews. Carol says, I've shared it. Thank you so much. Guys, if you could share the show, just press the share button down there. We much appreciate it. Much appreciate it. And because the more the show gets shared, more it goes to other people. But this show is free, so that's why we ask this. And Zoe Dobie says, good evening. And Helen Graham says that she'd love a mini reading and what's ahead for her. So we're going to get on with this in just a second. In the meantime, though, I think it's time to get on my very good friend, Helen Grady, and say a big, wonderful good evening to her. Yay!
Hello.
How you doing?
All right.
Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. I know that you should take a wonderful bow. Take a wonderful bow and let people know you're here. All right, I'm going to stick that up there. Okay, how's that? Yes, that looks good. Good. Okay, so how's your week been?
Busy really, because I've been COVID testing for my friends at the company that I used to work on the construction site when I was nursing. Okay. And also, if anybody sees me make a mad dart, I've had the galloping ab dart up till a couple of hours ago. So if you see me go, you know what's up. So I'm pre-warning, you know.
You're suddenly hearing funny noises, but I'm not going to go into that. It's too close to the interview. We just had you did that. Oh, well, never mind. Right. Yes, Carol got all your details there. Thank you very much. And yes, loads of people coming through. So lovely to see you guys. Okay, so what's going on out there, guys? Well, have you been finding this particular time you're going through? Are you in? Let's see if I can get that there. That's probably better, isn't it? So I don't know why it's changed colour, but there you go. Anyway, so looking at the work you've been doing at the moment, how are you feeling the energy is?
Very mixed. Very mixed, I've found. Some things are getting better for me, and other things are disappearing.
Other things disappear.
Yeah, you know, ways of working, it's affecting me.
Yes, and I'm finding that through this week, and one of the reasons being, I don't want to harp on about this side too much because there's not a show about it, but Jupiter is getting very close to Pisces, where it's very much at home. And what a beautiful sign for spirituality is, dear little Pisces, as Jupiter gets very close to it, it's in about 1 degree away. So we're picking up this spiritual energy. And guys, how about you guys out there? Are you picking up energies? For instance, are you dreaming more? How about you? Are you dreaming more, Helen?
Oh, definitely. Weird dreams.
Yes, bizarre ones.
Yes, very bizarre. I thought I was going loopy. Well, more
No,
loopy than I am.
well, no, could there be more?
Yeah, very, very bizarre, the dreams. And it's like if I got up, like if I went to the toilet, come back and went to bed, it was like I was in a movie. You know, I just automatically went into a dream.
Fantastic.
But
What a dream state to go into. That is, I must admit, some of the
honestly,
dreams been exceptionally clear. And they're telling me lots of information in the dreams as well.
yeah,
Yes, amazing. Amazing, amazing. I know a lot of people have been talking to recently and some readings and stuff. People have been um, thinking about dreams. In fact, Helen Graham is very tired. The dreams keep waking her up. Oh dear.
yeah.
Oh dear. Yes, I bet. And yes, it's sometimes the way it goes. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, let's go right to the top. Let's go right to the top. We've got loads of people who want readings tonight. And also, if you guys want to invoke some banter, well, I've got things to talk about or things you're picking up, spiritual stuff, whatever it is, just let us know. We're all about this. All about this. Okay, right. So let's go and find. I think the first person who actually asked for a reading here was Helen Graham. Helen Graham says, "Love a mini."
Phil, can I ask you something first? What do I press to get
Oh,
the
yes. If you go up to your top right of your screen, see a little
yeah,
box
a little box?
with a fork on it, with a little spike. A little box with a spike on it. Just click that.
No, no, I haven't.
You
Oh
should.
yes, yes, hang on.
You normally
There's
press it.
two. Oh God. I'm pressing it, nothing's happening.
Oh dear, it'll come through in a minute. It should do. Is it
Because
still right?
normally I see.
I know. You press that box and all the feed comes down.
Yeah, it's just a little thing with a cross in it.
Yeah, just press that. Yes, it should have a little box with a spike on the top of it, like a message box. Top right.
No. No.
Just pinch your screen together a bit. You see if that helps. Pinch it closer down so then it may come in and you can see it.
What do you mean? I'm not very techno. If Dara was here, Dara. 1 minute.
I'll tell you what, I'm just going to come back on myself solo. Just what on earth happened there? This has gone funny. Let's go and look at the cameras. Oh, why on earth has it gone that way? Okay. Here we are, we're back. This is hilarious.
She's coming. She's coming.
Why is it sorting it out, ladies and gentlemen? We start the show. It's hilarious. Okay, right. Helen Graham, she comes on here. She said, "Love a mini reading, please. The colour is purple, and what's ahead for me?" My script's changed colour for some reason. There you go.
I can't find a thing.
That's right. So, what I'm going to do is just turn up volume down a little bit. Okay. Helen Graham. Colour purple. Colour purple always means to me here there's something I tend to feel, especially in your situation, that something very karmic is going along your life at the moment. Would you understand if I was to work on your side here and say to you that you're looking very much at homes, where you're living, Helen? Because the first thing I'm picking up here. I'd also like to say here too, there's this, I want to hear a name Wendy out there, and I also hear another name as well, and I think they're just going to start rolling in. And I'm seeing Shady here as well, that someone's got there's something about teeth, and someone's got to be going to the dentist very soon because there's a problem with teeth. You've got to keep an eye on teeth, and sometimes it's like eating the wrong things, like boiled sweets, for example, but I'm just picking up this. And I also would like to bring through another very nice gentleman who wants to say to me here that he's very much part of the father line around you. He's very, very proud, and he just wants to let you know that he's here and he's watching you. Okay, are we ready there? Are we ready there, Helen? Yeah. Yes, let's go.
I was pressing it with my finger, thinking it was on my iPad.
Dear, oh dear, oh
It's
dear.
Dada's computer. She sorted it for me, thanks.
Bless her little heart. Bless her little heart. In fact, I'll put that up there. Can you see it all?
Yes, well, you know, I can see.
Funny colour. For some reason, it's got a funny colour. Never mind.
Never mind.
Right. Okay. So this is one thing that they're saying to me here. So this is Helen Graham. Love a mini reading, please. Colour purple, and what's ahead for me.
Right.
And, so what I was picking up with this very nice big gentleman, big gentleman, big tall man, very proud man, and also here I'd like to talk about music. This guy had something to do with music. We like the piano, whether it's the church organ, whatever this was, but he wants to show me here that there's this element with you too, Helen, if you would understand this. So she is me going to the dentist, she says. Ah, this is a lady who was here, is actually telling me this as well. She's just doing teeth around you and all this sort of business. In fact, I'll put that just there. Now it's going to be easy to see. Good. And my father, she says here, yes, very, very big man. Very, very big man, but very proud, very big man. Who just wanted to say that he's here to see you, and he really enjoys what's going on. He also wants to say here too, as he's looking at you, that he feels that the next few months in front of you are very important, with a lot of pivotal changes coming into your life. And it's easy to say, isn't it? So if I get more nitty gritty here, I would like to say here the pivotal changes is about more about your heart, more about the way you're feeling about yourself. And would you understand? Yes, his thing here is about taking your power back, Helen. Taking your power back. Yes. Would you like to say anything?
Yes, no, I've stopped fiddling.
That's good.
As I said before, Phil, and before I give Helen a message, because I don't feel this is for her. Before I was drifting off, and I seen a man that reminded me of Demis Roussos. He had the big beard, and he had like big hair, and he was big and big chubby hands, and he was like a priest, some holy man, some kind of thing. And somebody has obviously passed away recently, to whoever can take this message, and just to say that everything's okay, they're fine.
Oh, lovely.
And I actually got a Greek feel with him, and I thought, I said, is it Eleni? And he said, no, it's not Eleni, but somebody else.
Kids, if there's anybody that's got there a Greek or
Yeah.
sort of that area, Greek, possibly Turkish, Greek family, or is it, please let us know and see if this message is directed towards you.
So it's Helen Graham now. When you were talking about
Helen Graham says, my uncle.
Oh, right. Well, it must be for you, love. I'll take my glasses off. Well, it was really lovely, but just to let you know that whoever's passed recently is fine. I've also been given Hey, Hey, Helen, and ABBA sang that song. So I feel somebody's trying to connect with Helen spiritually, because it's in that soft, Hey, Hey. It was a song that it's not like the normal upbeat ones. So I feel that somebody's connected. And as you're saying, Hey, Hey, connection, I've got a lady coming through now. She wants to tell me that she'd like to thank Helen for everything that she did for her, because Helen took on a nursing role for her. It is a family member, and she would just like to say thank you. Even, I have to say, messy bits. That's all she's saying to me is messy bits, and she'd like to thank you. She gives me a pearl. Now, it's not her name, but pearls connect with the lady.
Mum loved that.
And she's still, and Helen held her hand when she passed.
Ooh,
because she's making me feel that she held the hand like I did with my father. And she said father, so whether it's connected with her parents or her father's side of the family, I'm not sure, but she's making me hold hand, and she knew that you were there, and it made the transition easier because she was frightened. She also, I don't know why I'm getting Lullabelle or something like that, something that sounds like that will be a connection. I don't know, but I just give the information that comes off. And she's now saying the bells are ringing for me and my girls. So there's celebrations with the church bells ringing around Helen. And this lady will be watching. She tells me that June, November and September connect. And she's singing happy birthday and blowing a candle out.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. I was going to let you carry on. I saw a birthday cake.
And then as when I blew the candle out, the lady is gone now. That's all she wanted to say.
The lady I was talking to is telling me about the teeth. I believe is the same lady that you are connecting with there, Helen. It's great that we can get these connections here and share it like this. She's this lady here as well was a very proud lady, very talented in a way, but she never wanted to stand forwards with this. Now that's interesting. Okay, let's go back up the line. Go and have a little look here, see who else is coming through. So we got Deanne saying happy Friday. A very happy Friday to you, Deanne. And we've also got everybody else coming through. So that's lovely. I believe now if we go on down here, we come across Carol with no Carol Matthews. Carol Matthews now. Indigo mini reading for the future, please. And Carol's on your side of the family. Is that right?
Mm.
Okay, so I better do this then because otherwise.
Sorry.
No, not at all, not at all. Carol, first of all, would you understand here? I would like to talk to. Would you understand here? Someone needs to go and see a chiropractor, please. I've got bones. I've got the skeleton. I've got skeleton. The body needs to be realigned. So, Carol, would you understand? You or someone very close around you needs the chiropractor to sort them out. And would you understand, please? You've been an organizer and a busy bee, but would you understand here? There's an overload going on, and you need to push this back. This is what they're telling me at the moment. And also what I'd like to say here too, I've got two people here who want to come over. One lady who's here, she says, I couldn't move my arm. There's something to do with a problem with her arm, which may have been invoked by a stroke, or perhaps there was a problem with a broken arm. But she says, it's the way I'm feeling this, sounds like, Carol, this is more to do with her left arm. As I'm talking to her as well, she'd like to say here too, she says that it's funny actually, I'm hearing Helen, but I'm not sure if she's trying to direct towards Helen, this lady, or actually her name was Helen. I'm in between the two here and just trying to work this out. But her big energy here to say to you is that she says, keep your chin up. The chips aren't down, she says here. Keep your chin up, she says here. She is just telling me here, don't focus on the negative and everything you think is wrong, because it's not, Carol. It's going to turn around. It's going to turn around for you. But first of all, keep your chin up, keep looking for the better here. Would you understand? Oh my goodness, right. Would you understand here? Because I get this impression here. Would you understand? You're doing too much for other people that other people should be doing themselves. They'd like to say this to you. And also, I'm hearing, I've got a dog over there. I've also want to talk about... there's about 3 people here. One of them is a small man. When he passed away, he says here that he was glad to sort of go and is glad to sort of move on. But he also wants to show me that he's happy. He's all right. And there's 2 ladies here. And I get the feeling one is a mother and one is a daughter, I believe. Maybe a sister, but there's a big age difference between the 2, which is why I'm saying I get that feeling. And they're here for you to say to you that they want you to, or they're asking you, inviting you here to say here, you do not need to worry about your future. They're telling me here you don't need to. It's just like getting a cloth. They're getting cloths and just wiping things. You know, like you clean the house, it just makes you feel good. Makes you feel good. Everything's been cleaned and sorted out. I'm not saying, it's just the impression of this. I'm not saying your house needs cleaning. I dared say that. But it's just the feeling that you get. Think, oh, everything feels nice. That's what it's about with you, Carol. They want to let me know to give you that energy there. And indigo is a lovely colour, because would you understand here, you may not say I can do this, but would you understand you can? You can do this, as in like spirituality, because they're giving me that energy. That's what I'd like to say. Yes. Oh, and John is there as well. John is there, and there's Bob is there. If it's not Bob, it's Bert. But I get those 2 names. Okay, right. So hopefully that helps there. Good. Now let's come on down the line here, and let's go to have a little old look. And I think the next person we're coming up to is we've got Eleni. She's gone for colour pink, and what's coming next? Dun dun dun. Okay, Eleni. Would you understand here? I've got a gentleman here wants to come through, and he was quiet when he was alive, but he was strong. Though he was quiet in his voice. He didn't show disagreement. He'd go rather than actually saying exactly what was on his mind. But over there, he wants to say what's on his mind. Would you understand it that you felt that the situations around you recently, especially maybe around the home, have been a little bit unsettling because of disagreements that you consider have been a little bit unfair? A little bit of unfairness here. And they're showing me here to say to you that maybe we need to look at this, and maybe need to look about what's going on, because he says here, he just feels things have been unfair. But I also pick up a very stubborn era is coming to an end. Very stubborn era. And I don't know why, but this gentleman here would like to give me the bar of soap. The bar of soap here. And it's like the bar of soap in a bath. You know, we're trying to grab it, it flips away. So it's almost like whatever needs to be sorted out and discussed is never properly agreed with or discussed. But I pick up here, he wants to say to me, this stubborn era is coming to an end, and I feel that you're going to have an awesome time in front of you. And you're going to have, they're telling me here, your children around you you're going, go, and you go. Good. And I think in a sense you need to. There's a lady who's just popped through here. She says she is an older lady than you, but she says sister. But I don't think this is your sister. I think I've got to go above to maybe your father and go to his sister who passed over. She was quite an old lady when she was there, and she's showing me the religious symbols. She wants to give through here to say that she was closely associated to the church, and she's there, and she says there that she's been watching you and praying for you. And it's interesting here because I get her name beginning with, I get the feeling her name begins with P, you know, like Pam. And Eleni, I'd like to say too, this lady here is a very, very nice, sincere lady, and her wishes to you are huge. Watch your freezer. Watch your freezer though. Sorry about that. Watch your freezer. Yes. Yes, make sure you don't unplug it to put something else in and then forget to put the freezer plug back in. Yes, I do that. Had to be unpopular in a very short space of time. Go on then.
Oh. Right. Pink for me, for Eleni, is love and protection. And I think Eleni is love and protecting somebody a bit more than they should be. And as I said that, there's a lady comes through and sits on the chair, and she's watching Ellie, and she'd sit and scratch because she was a woman of few words, but when she did speak, they made quite a lot of sense. And I feel this is what Eleni needs to do, is try to step back from a situation. She's also running these round her fingers, wedding ring and engagement ring. I don't know why, but Eleni needs to stop protecting too much and to step back. She's now talking about a canal. Now, whether somebody lives by a canal or a canal is relevant to Eleni. Right. Things will speed up quickly, I'm being told, because there's a speedboat going along a canal, which is quite bizarre. Things are going to really gather up speed, and then things will be over. Eleni then will need to protect herself, because when people get involved in things, I want to say that's not their business, but without being rude, they can be swept along with all the emotions and everything. So it's time to step back. And as this lady sits me back in the chair, she just puts her hands like that on her tummy and her hands crossed, and said, shame, it's a shame, but just go with the flow, go with the flow. And as she nods her head, she makes me feel as though I'm in church. So this lady had a lot to do with the church, because she's making me feel as though I've got the mantena thing on, you know, the black mantella, the black thing on. And I'm, you know, just keep your head down and keep praying. And I feel this is what Eleni's been doing. She's been praying a lot.
Okay.
Well, prayers do get answered, but in different ways that you think they will.
Yes, I think, yes.
And that's the only person. Oh, hang on a minute. I was going to say that's the only person that's come through, and somebody shouted, "Ah, Jack!" And it was a lady that shouted, "Ah, Jack!" So it's a lady connected with Jack.
But that's interesting, isn't it? I really understand. Yes, yes, that's Mum, and yes, I have been praying. But would you understand as well? I think Mum. Would you understand Mum? Because she said sister to somebody, and this is interesting when she comes across here. But would you understand also about the praying? But also a lady used to be very connected to the church. Beautiful, beautiful soul, but she's there too. Great. Okay, I've only to sort out the colours a bit more. They look a bit nicer now. Yes, dear, oh dear. Anyway, right, okay, let's go back up the line. Let's go all the way to Bedfordshire. Bedfordshire in the UK, and let's go and find, I just saw her just then, Lisa Morgan. Lisa Morgan, very good evening to you. So hello, Helen and everyone, and she also wanted to say here, she wanted to go for the colour pink, and she wanted to go for a general reading. I do believe that was it. Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah, sorry, blue general reading. There you go. Blue. Okay, and first of all, Lisa, I'd like to say to you, would you understand? I've got a gentleman here, and he's got an army uniform on, and he's got the stripes on his arm, so that he was like he'd been in the forces for a very long time. And I want to get a connection with Ireland, and I also want. I don't want to pick up John's, or if it's not John, it's a J. It's a J to do with this guy's name. And he's there, but he's there with you, and he's watching everything going on around you. Would you understand here that you're now watching your health a little bit? And would you understand here that by this I mean here like eating all the wrong foods, for example, thinking things like that. But he's just looking at your health, and also here he's saying to you, he says he's looking at you to ask you to put the past behind you and to let it go. And he's a very proud man. He fought well for his country the way he stands up in front of you. And I pick up his army. I don't pick up his Navy or Air Force. And this guy here says that he says he understands you've been through a lot of difficulties, a lot of hard times. But he says here, this is time now. It's time now. You're going to start moving on, start changing your mindset on how you felt. And I pick up here too is that there's so much here. He says for you, so it's for you that you can put the past difficulties into future strengths. And sometimes we do that just by recognizing here we're not here to be victims. Sometimes we're here to be warriors. And this is how he puts this through to you. He says he's very proud of you. He just wants you to stand forwards and be strong. And he is there. It's a lovely guy, lovely guy. And he says here that he used to get very passionate about things, and sometimes people didn't always like that. It was like that because the way he was. He used to get very involved in things, and sometimes people say, "Whoa! He doesn't need to be so involved." But no, he was himself, and he wants to send you that message there. So it's about just believing in you and put past worries into future strengths. Now, what would you like to say there, Helen?
Well, as she gave me the colour blue, I had a gentleman, well, not a gentleman, well, he could have been, a young male energy, and he was singing Blue is the colour, football is the game. So it was obviously had connections with football or loved football.
Yeah.
He then showed me him leaning at the end of a bar like this and having a drink, but not a big drinker, he was telling me. He has connections with the initial K, whether it's his name or he's connected with someone on the earth plane with the initial K. And then he told me that the colour blue, and drew me to the throat, as we know, the throat chakra, that she needs to start talking about something. There's something that's holding her back that she can't quite come to terms with because she can't talk about it.
Okay.
You'll find people around you who you've least expected who will come forward, and you will start confiding and talk to them. I have the name Lucy connected for you. I have Jim. And strangely enough, it's a name, I thought it was Matilda, but it sounds like a Matilda or something like that. I have to give it you because that's what I'm being told. Now, this young gentleman told me that his passing was quite quick, but he hardly knew. He didn't realise that he'd passed. It was that quick.
Sometimes people don't, do they? No.
Yeah, it took him a while to realise that he'd not gone. You know, like on the film Ghost. And I have to say now that to Lisa, she's holding on to too many ghosts. It's telling me that you're holding on to too many ghosts. You need to let everything go. You need to speak volumes, and that will get rid of what's holding you back. I also have the name Carol with connected. I feel Carol is on the earth plane. And I have Louise, and I have Stephen on the earth plane too. And their names, obviously, he connects with, but that Lisa can come. He's now giving me a box of tissues, and he's saying, wipe them tears, wipe them tears. And a lot of it is tears of frustration, I'm being told. So wipe tears, blow your nose, and get on with it. And then he said, don't listen to parrots. And you know what parrots do? Repeat, 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 and stories get changed. Well, that's what you need to do. That's it.
May I just say there, it's lovely, lovely message there. And Lisa, the part of this I would like to say here to you is sometimes you may need someone to talk to. Someone to talk to be able to help you be able to talk and move forwards and let go. Because sometimes it's a technique. It's not just, oh, I'll just do it like this, like that. Sometimes people need to talk to you to help you to realign thinking and think about good things rather than focusing on all sorts of the others. But there we go. It's a little bit on the mad side. And yeah, good. Okay, let's move on to someone else. Let's go down. Sorry, we got... Hello? Is there? Sorry. Oh.
Well, hello, me darlings. How is everybody today? I thought I'd take a peaceful approach. Yes, me being peaceful for a change. Yes, can you see? I've gone blonde since spring is in the air. I've come into the temple in Bala, the goddess temple, where I'm trying to relax and calm myself down, ready for the summer rush, obviously. So, enjoy the rest of the show and just breathe in and out, in and out, in and
Gary,
out.
come on, the pub's open.
All right, shush, I'm recording. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the week. Sorry to interrupt the show. Adios, amigos.
Gary, adios, my old friend Gary.
Mad as anything, mad as anything. This guy there.
Oh, he's lovely.
He writes for the BBC. He writes a lot of performances and stuff.
Yeah.
And the radio. He's a very talented guy, as well as being an absolute nutcase. But always proud to...
He's fab. My friend Gary from Spain. He was my hairdresser.
It was hairdresser. Oh dear. Anyway, right.
He was
there we
fabulous.
go. Right. Okay. Moving on down the line. Where are we off to now? We're now going to go down to... I'm just looking here, just looking. Lovely, lovely evening out there. Hope you guys are having a nice evening yourself. Okay, let's go to Venetia Colton. Venetia Colton, she says here, she's given a date of birth as well, but that's okay. Green, future, and jobs. Green, future, jobs. Venetia, let's have a little work here and see what comes up now. Venetia, first of all, here, this is interesting. This is like a game of play your cards right. Play your cards. This is what I'm hearing by a gentleman who's just standing beside me here, who was mindset wise, when his mind was working correctly, he was a very, very astute man, very clever man. But he had a very eccentric side to him. And as I'm talking to him, he's saying, sometimes we're going to look very carefully, but the other part here that he puts up, he says, he's putting the cards down on a table in front of you, and he's just saying here, just watch, observe, and so where your job situation is concerned here, it's literally how you play things in front of you, the approach you make. It's not just, oh, there's a job, I go for that one. There's a job, I go for that one. No, it's sometimes here you've got to ask the right people. You've got to find out more information. It's just watch the way things go, because I feel that your energies are coming into a time where if you just rush and blat ahead and just sometimes you are just thinking nothing's happening, nothing's working. It is working. We just need to do things slightly differently. So it's the approach, he says here. And he also wants to say to me here, says there's a lady on the other side here who... would you understand the name Margaret, please? Margaret Venetia, because I've got this lady Margaret who's over there. And she says to me here, she says, I get the feeling that her life was taken early-ish. And I get a feeling here that there's sort of initially everybody said that this has made them very angry because her life passed so quickly. She's saying to me here, she says she's over there, she's okay. She's looking at you. What she is concerned about, angry about here, she says here, is sometimes the way opportunities have been taken away from you, but now you're coming back into your own. And it's, yes, thank you very much for this. She just says here, an opportunity that passed by is coming back to you again. Mm. Yes, a work opportunity. Not actually, I can't say work. It's an opportunity that you had let, and no one's even let go or just saw go by. Is going to come back to you, and I think you'll be very happy that actually happens. And yes, this is what they want to say at the moment. So, Helen, far away. What else would you like to pick up there for Venetia?
Well, I had a lady whispering in my ear, and she said, "Just tell her I'm here." And she told me she's a friend of, is it Venetia?
Yes.
And she touched me breast, so I feel the condition was breast cancer that she passed with. And
Mm.
she's telling me that somebody's been upsetting Venetia.
Yes, I get that. Yes.
Somebody's been upsetting Venetia, and this is why she doesn't want her to do anything rash. She's saying it's in the workplace that she's been upset, but don't take things to heart and being told. Don't rush into something that you might regret later. This lady said that her personality, that's what she would have done. She wouldn't have given, she'd have gone in like a bull in a china shop and been told. She's now talking about little boy blue. Little boy blue. Now, little boy blue can blow your horn, which it's what I feel is that Venetia needs to express herself more. Express. She needs to heal from whatever's been said, whatever's been upsetting from somebody else. You need to heal that before you'll be able to move on in the right direction without just doing things without thinking. Because I feel this is what Venetia would do. I see that, I'll go, or whatever. And this lady's saying, no, you can't do that. She's telling me that life's too short to put up with what you've been putting up with. But in the other side of the coin, you mustn't rush things to regret later. This lady tells me that she had a regret in life. She rused that she fell out with somebody and couldn't quite make up before she passed. But that doesn't matter anymore. She's realised that while she's passed to spirit. She's now given me a pair of bunny ears, you know, like when you see a bunny girl and they've got bunny ears, and she's given me bunny ears to put on Venetia's ears. So whether that means she needs to have a bit of fun, because this lady was full of fun. I'm given the name Joan. Now, I don't know if it connects with the lady or if it's her name, but Joan is given. And Patricia, not Pat, Patricia. Right. She's now throwing stones around as though, you know, like Debbie does the runes.
Yeah.
It's something like that. So I feel this lady was a spiritual lady, but I don't think she let on about her gifts to too many people, because she threw the stones and then she just gathered them all up and put them in. She was very knowing and very wise, but didn't tell everybody, if you understand my meaning, because it was something that wasn't talked about in their circle. Now, she's given me a pen to write. So I feel Venetia needs to start writing things down. I don't know whether it's to do with spiritual work or to help her get over what it is that's bothering her there, but she needs to put the pen to paper and being told. She's saying March and April are very good. And she's showing me snow, but it's not Christmas time or winter time. She's showing me snow. So whether this lady likes snow or Venetia likes snow. And I've been told not very often seen. So one of them hasn't seen the snow a lot. But it's just nice and it's clear. There's no footprints or anything on it. And it's, they say, pure as the driven snow. That's taking the mick. But this is white is new beginnings. And there's going to be lots of new beginnings, Venetia, not just looking at a job, lots of new beginnings. And with that, the bell rung and I had to go. What the significance of the bell was, I don't know, whether it was in a job or something. But the bell rung and she's gone now.
I think
Thank you.
there's a lot there. I totally feel exactly what you're saying about Venetia. I think there's this hardship that's gone on where, yes, where sometimes we take things very seriously. But also pick up here, would you understand, Venetia, there's a gentleman who you're helping, maybe caring for, helping sorting out, who's down here on the earth plane, but you feel sometimes he's holding you back. So much you're trying to help, he's also holding you back. So it's almost like it's like seesaws, and this Guy, what I'm also picking up here that they'd like to say to you as well is, I know they gave March and April. I've also got to go to August for you, because I think there's another month there. I think it's going to be very exciting, and just see what comes there. And there's someone here. There's a gentleman out there. Would you understand a gentleman as well called Carl? Carl with a C, because he gave me the C to give to you. Okay, rightio. Let's go on down the line. Let's go and say. In fact, let's give you a little hoot to cheer you up. There you go, a little hoot. And I think we'll do. Okay, let's go and have a look at the next one here, which is Sarah Katrina comes in. She's down here in Spain. She says here, could I have a reading, please? Favorite color, pink. Her color, pink. So Sarah, let's have a little look here. I would like to say here, first of all, I've got a lady here who's almost just like stepped straight through me to come through to you. She says here, this is a spirit guide. This is not a related lady, but she's stepping through me to come to you. And it's like I'm hearing the whispers here. The way she's talking to you is to whisper, but she shows the flower awakening in you. Absolutely awakening. And she is saying to me here, she says here, you are going to be strong for other people, and other people around you will sometimes need you more than you need them. And she is saying to me here too with this, once you get this sorted out, once this time around you is sorted out, she is absolutely over the moon, and saying here that you're on your pathway, you're on the right path. There is a change of direction coming up for you the way she's talking to me here. And she would like her big thing here. Yes, it's about helping other people, but also understand there's a karmic journey to go through. It's not just here and there. There's a karmic journey you're on. It's already in the process of moving on here. But they are protecting you, they are working for you. But this lady here is very, very strong. She's a no-nonsense lady, this spirit guide. And she just wants to let you know she's standing by you. My goodness, your big thing here is to stand like a rock. Like a rock. And you're learning a great deal. But all the process of change is big. Yes, pink is also about this feeling of wanting to be loved, wanting to be happy, wanting to feel thing here. It's a funny thing in this era of your life, is though that it is going to feel like you are there more for others than it is for yourself. That will change. All good time, that will change. Far away, Helen.
As I got a lady through as you were talking, and as I sat here, she gave me a terrible pain in my shoulder.
Ooh.
So like a trapped nerve. So she was making me aware that it wasn't so much arthritis, it was like a trapped nerve, not frozen shoulder, a nerve. She's now telling me that Sarah has been living on her nerves, and the colour pink, she's put the pink bubble over her for the sweetness in life.
Oh,
it's coming. Don't worry, it's coming. And it always reminds me of candy floss. So you'll be getting sweetness like when you're eating candy floss, which and it will be lovely. It will be lovely. I've now got another lady who's saying, move over, let me in. So I feel that they're connected, these ladies. And the other one's knocking the other one out the way, so to move me and let her get in. Now then, she says, and puts her hands on the table. Now then, we see what's going on, but not everything's going to be smooth. It seems as though Sarah has been like a rambling rose, as though she's been going this way and then, no, I'll go that way. No, you go whichever way they take you. These two ladies are both guiding you. As one is as quiet as the other one is, I want to say Mardy, a bit, what I say goes, and if I don't get my own way, there'll be trouble kind of thing. Well, she's telling me now that you've had all your troubles, you've had them all. It's now time to start enjoying life. But the path, like the rambling rose, will gradually finish. I've also, I don't know if it's the name of a place or the name, like Rowan, or Ron. Oh, I can see it. Nah, or something like that. I have to give it because that's what I'm getting. I've been told Peter is with them. And now, gosh, I've just been nearly floored by a big dog. Oof. And I mean a big dog. But animals are friends, aren't they? So when a big dog comes in like that, you've got such a lot of people looking after you, and that, including the animal kingdom from the spirit world. But you know that anyway. You know that anyway because you're a very spiritual girl. But sometimes you doubt. Sometimes you doubt, love. Like doubting Thomas, and then the name Thomas, not Tom. Thomas connects. Right, I have to make the sign of the cross for you and say that prayers will be answered. Prayers will be answered, love. And with that, she sits back. And now I've got a male energy coming through. And, my solar plexus is, so when my solar plexus goes like this, I don't know how to feel or what I'm doing or what's going on, or a very confused state of mind, I'm saying, very confused. Excuse me. And when I say confused, I mean up, down, up, down, up, down. But when you pass over, all that goes, and you can see clearly now. Sometimes people look and say, was it a mistake? No, it was meant to be that way because all your troubles go. And this young man was troubled. Right, he's now got, like I've got this crystal on. He's got like, hooped, and you put earrings in and they just go through on a wire like crystals. He's just given me the crystals to put in your ears for luck. Oh, yeah. And all the colours of the rainbow, not pink, all the colours of the rainbow would be shimmering off the earrings for you because you need each and every one of those colours. And with that, he steps back and he lifts off the feeling that was. You know who it is, he said, you know who it is. And that's it.
That's lovely. That's lovely. The other thing I just want to say here, I'm just picking up, and I'm getting this from Spirit, but I'm just picking up here. It's for you. Regarding where your love life is concerned, something old, something new, something borrowed, something true. What's that poem? Is that the poem?
Blue.
Blue. Something.
It's something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue.
Something blue.
When you get married.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. So what I pick up here, there's a couple of gentlemen coming into your life. So this is interesting here. Where we're saying, and I totally agree with that meandering path. And I think as well with this, there's a gentleman coming into your life. But I just pick up two, and you've got a little bit of like, you weren't expecting this. It's a little out. In a sense, you're thinking, this could happen soon, and then all of a sudden when it does, it's like, this is a surprise. I wasn't expecting this, and life sometimes moves on, and that's what I pick up. So there we go. Good. Right. Okay. Let you come through here. Martin O'Neill says, "We'd love a mini reading if possible." Do you know Martin O'Neill?
I know him, but not like my own family. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, just got to
so
be
I
fair
could, I could do him a reading.
Yes. Okay, right. Let's have a look. Thank you for your message, guys, and that's absolutely lovely. I also would just ask you, just going back up the line here to go and find this lady's detail. Yeah, Deborah Murray, she says, gold and reading. Can you put a question in as well, please? That's what we also ask. Good. Yeah, and Twist the same. If you could just say me reading, if you could ask a question with it, that'd be great. Okay, and from Deborah, she is saying here, just let you know, to enter the monthly draw, have a reading on one of our Cafe Clairvoyance shows, then post a comment on the Cafe Clairvoyance group. You can win a free one-to-one reading with me, and the winner will be announced on Friday, 28th of May. How's that? Good. And also from Deborah, just saw here, yes, we do not solicit readings. We do not discuss health matters. If we have scammers, please block them. They just come up every now and then. But we like to say that during the show so you know exactly where we're coming from. Good. Okie dokie. Let's go back up and find. I'm just gonna. There she is. Martin. Okay, right. I got the drums. I got the drums here. I got the drums. Dum dum. In fact, I was going to put a drum roll on them because it's too long. But I'm hearing the drums. So would you understand here? Like, okay, I've got to sort things out a little bit. Would you understand here? I've got this gentleman. In fact, I've got two gentlemen here behind me, and the way they're coming through, they're showing me here that they want to get a feeling, a bit more action coming into your life. Like, for instance, you know you're going to pick yourself up. You know you've been down in the dump somewhere, and they want to lift up your energies and get you going. Now, there's an aunt here. There's a lady who says to me here. That she was your aunt. I'm just seeing she wants to give me apples, and it may well be that she had apple trees, perhaps, but she wants to give me apple, and it may be the big apple. She wants to show me here too, Martin, that there is the energies that are going to start working in front of you. This is interesting. Do not limit your ceiling whatsoever and where you're going in your life. The sky's the limit, really, isn't it? The sky's the limit, and how far is the sky? So I just would like to say to you here, don't hold yourself back. I've got all this energy from a lot of people around you, and I'm also picking up here. There's a gentleman here who is exceptionally proud of you, and his hair color was quite dark. He says to me here that, yes, he's nodding at me. He's nodding at me because he's on the father side of your family. And he's also nodding at me because he says he passed. He says it was time right to pass. He says he wasn't too old, but he was old enough, he says here. And he saw the birth of a child. He saw the birth of a child. And he was happy to do that before he passed, he says. Or the child was brought to him just after it was born, however this was. And he's telling me here too, he says here that he knows that family life and everything has changed quite a lot. But he's looking at you to say here, you're steering your own course now, and you've got to go down that road. You've got to go down that road and keep on going. And they're looking at me too here to say to you here, Martin, is that we don't measure ourselves to anybody else. We don't need to. We don't need to measure ourselves to anybody else and how they are. We're focusing on ourselves, and their love to you is huge. There's also someone over here. In fact, this guy is in the family line here because he just gave me your surname. Yes, because he says Neil as well. I don't think it was Neil was his Christian name, but I think he just gave me the surname as well. And I also like to say there's a lady here who passed. Oh, in fact, she's coming through as well. Just wandered in front of these guys, and she holds on to her tummy. She says here, I was very, very sick. Very, very sick, she says here. There was a lot of digestive complaints, and things just didn't go well. She's just saying it didn't look well down there in her tummy area by the way she was. But and it just escalated the way she says here with her health. But then she says here that she passed, she's okay as well. And she's got a wink in her eye for you. And she's saying to me here, she says here that you're coming up to time of a little bit of play. Be a play as well, some playtime. They're just saying to me here, go and enjoy yourself and don't worry too much. Don't worry too much about what other people are sort of thinking or doing. They just want to give this to you. And finally, just seeing if there's anybody else there. They want to give, okay, this is, okay, I'll go with this. They want to give me cats. Yeah, I think there's cats over there, but I've got a cat whose eyes are very intense. A very cunning looking cat. And I'm picking up here to say to you, there's amazing opportunities come up to you. You just got to be a little cunning. So that's what you see. Good. Right, let's go and move on down the line now. Hopefully that helps you, sir. Right. Okay. Right.
Right. When you were talking, I got a male energy come through.
Okay.
I don't think they were that old. Oh, pardon me. And it's just made me burp. So he's had problems with his stomach area. I know you got a lady with stomach area, but I've got a male energy with it, and it's giving me reflux. He's telling me that Martin this just gentle is pleased that Martin is not looking at black and white and that he is looking at grey, and knows that the path ahead is straight for him now.
Yes.
He's telling me that the setbacks that you've had in the past have made you and molded you into who you are today. And you're just going to fly. You're just going to fly. I'm being told you've just took a job, but you're deciding whether to change it because you don't feel it's quite, I don't mean to sound snobbish, but not quite to your standard, I'm being told. And this young man is laughing and laughing and laughing. He then steps aside, and I have a lady coming through now. She's saying, "That's my boy." And I know it's not your mother, but it connects with your mother's side of the family. And she's saying, "That's my boy." And I feel it's a grandmother figure. I've just been told, don't feel, yes, it is his grandmother. And she wants me to make me feel that I'm quite, not, I'll say posh, because I know you're not, but she's making me feel posh. And she's so proud. She's so proud. She said that when you got off the starting blocks, things were a bit slow and you didn't think you could get to where you are now. There's going to be big, big changes around you. And I know that you've moved house. I do know that because his partner told me. But I think you're going to be on the move again because the bricks are changing and what's this? And the lady's saying to me, oh, he's going to move another 2 times until he settles properly. Now, somebody's been playing cat and mouse around Martin. I don't know what it is. Martin will know. But the mouse will turn around and roar at the cat. So to me, that means that if Martin is the mouse and somebody's been that, Martin will turn around and will win in the day. Because it's those who are quiet that you worry about that will, in the end, just explode and give what they get. And she said, that's my boy. Give what you get, whatever that means. She's now given me a blue ribbon, not a biscuit, a ribbon, and she's tying it. And she's telling me to give it to Martin. I don't know whether Martin will understand the significance of a blue ribbon, but that's for him. And it's not so much for the colour, she's telling me, but obviously she liked blue. Whether Martin liked blue, I'm not quite sure. And the ribbon is now, she's just telling me, everything's going to be tied up, come together and tied up, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And they both like blue, I'm being told. And she's signing off now because this is how this lady would express herself. And I feel as though she was quite literate. She liked to dot her I's and cross her T's and speak like this and, you know, ever so ladylike. Right. I now have to say January and February connect with her. So if he doesn't know, he needs to go and ask the family. January and February especially connects with her. And on that note, then, she's left.
That's very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, we're going to go to Kaz Collins. Kaz, hello. How are you? We're gonna do a couple of quickies. Should we do some quickies?
Oh, we love a quickie.
Oh, we love a quickie. Right. Okay. Kaz, she says yellow general reading. I saw earlier on now. I just missed her from the earlier feed, and she just wanted to know about a love reading. If I pick up here and just say to you here, there's would you understand colour yellow? Would you understand here about there's a chap here. I'm hearing about schools, teachers, head teachers. Would you maybe you'd understand here, Kaz, about an educational side to the family line here that's on the other side here? Because I'm just hearing from his teacher. And would you understand here that you don't need to do your maths to work out the equations of love? So would you understand you don't need to weigh this out in fractions? Would you understand here you've gone for the right colour? The colour is yellow, and that literally is about the communication that you have. Don't put this into fractions. We're going too much in our head. Get into our heart and get into just maybe curiosity, intrigue. I'm being advised to say here, don't think too much. Would you like to? In fact, I'll pass one on to you. How's that? So I've done that one there. I'll pass you on to one to you. So I get on here. So let's go to Christiana Stefano. Christiana Stefano. She says, "Love life, please. Love life." And I think she Yes, she doesn't put a. Yes. What would you like to say there? Cristiano Stefano, love life.
Love life. Does she mean she loves life or about her love
I
life?
think it's about love life because she's put a heart in
Right,
there as well.
right, right. As you said, this lady's name, I had a gentleman come through and he said to me, don't be too soft. This lady in the past has had to put up with more than a few bumps in the road, I'm being told. And if he was here on the earth plane, he wouldn't let it happen again. She's had a bit of a rough ride. Tell me your name. I don't know that it's his name, but the name Stan connects with this gentleman. And he's talking about the nether regions. So whether, without putting it bluntly, usually men with the nether regions is prostate, isn't it? And stuff like that. So I feel this is why he said a word like that. He wouldn't actually come out and say that. He tells me that never mind the love life, you need to start sorting the house out because he's getting a roller and he's making me roll the walls painting. So whether he did the painting, and also to tell her that you can't paint over cracks. If something's not working, it's not working.
Mm-hmm.
And something new won't come until the old has been thrown out. Now then, is it Christy? I've took my glass off. Christina, I have to say,
yeah, Christiana.
it's not all like you think it is in books where you catch your breath and all that. This is this gentleman that's telling me to tell you that sometimes love comes in different forms. And somebody that you probably pass you by and you might just acknowledge, there can come some wonderful things from it. So don't set your standard and your bar. I want this, I want that, I want the other. You just need to stand back and just let it come to you.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Just let you know, guys, we've got a scammer here with the name of Ola. Just don't respond. Don't respond. Just so you know there, because they're not genuine people whatsoever. Anyway.
Oh, scammer alert.
Yes. Anyway, guys. Yes, Deborah's already put up scammer alert. Right, it's getting dark out here. I should switch the lights on here. Never mind. Okay, guys. We've come to the end of the show, but thank you so much for joining us. We're back next. We're not here next Friday. We're here the Friday afterwards because we're going to be busy next Friday. But we wish all of you a great week ahead. We'll be back on not next Friday, the Friday after, and we look forward to seeing you then. And yes, that's for the Friday show. I'm also back on Wednesday though with the spiritual astrology show with Guillermo, and I look forward to seeing you guys then. I'm also here on Sunday as well. Sunday I'm on Instagram at Cafe Clairvoyance and doing live mini readings. Come and join me on the show. We put the camera on and we get you on the show as well. So maybe that'll help you guys as well. Cheer your Sunday. But in the meantime, Helen, it's always such a pleasure to have you on the show. It's so much fun.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to come on it.
Oh, brilliant! It was lovely to see you. And
it's a pleasure.
Yes, on that, guys, we're gonna toodle off. I wish you. Deborah says here. She says goodbye, and thank you for joining us. Back on the 28th of May. Thank you very much. I forgot what the date was, so there we go. We got a date. 28th of May. So next Friday show's the 28th of May. See you soon, guys. Have a lovely week and take care.
Bye.
Loads of love and loads of burgers. Love and burgers. Take care. Bye bye.